I, Barakijal, speak to you now, Enoch, son of Jared. I hear your words and my soul trembles within me. Once I stood among the holy ones, shining in the presence of the Almighty, fulfilling his will in the heavens, but I became proud, thinking myself wise, and I desired to share the secrets of the heavens with man. I did not foresee the ruin it would bring. I thought I was granting them understanding, yet I only led them into deception. Now, instead of seeking the face of God, they look to the stars, believing their fate is written in them rather than in the hands of the Most High. I see now how I have defiled the order of creation. I long to return, to undo what has been done, but the judgment has been sealed. The stars I once revealed now stand as witnesses against me. The darkness I never knew has become my portion, and I shall never again behold the light of the Almighty. I, Azazel, call out to you, Enoch, though my voice is but an echo of regret in the void. I am cursed, I am cast down, and yet I remember the glory I once had. I was mighty among the watchers, yet I betrayed the trust of the Most High. I placed steel in the hands of men, thinking I was empowering them, but I only gave them the means to destroy themselves. I showed them war, thinking they would be like the heavenly hosts. But instead, they became murderers, defilers of the earth. The blood of the slain cries out against me, and there is no atonement for what I have done. I would fall upon my own sword if I could, but there is no escape, no undoing what has been done. The chains of judgment have been placed upon me, and the abyss calls my name. Oh, that I had never turned away from the path of righteousness, but my fate is sealed, and my torment shall not end. I, Shamsiel, stand before you in shame, Enoch, son of the righteous one. I was once a bearer of light, revealing the glory of the sun's path, but now I am cast into a darkness deeper than any night. I thought to illuminate men's minds, to teach them of the great celestial order, yet I only led them into idolatry. They bow before the sun and offer sacrifices to its fire, forgetting the one who spoke light into existence. I see my error now, but it is too late. My name, which once meant brightness, has become my condemnation. The light I revealed now condemns me, for it was not mine to give. The judgment is upon me, and no plea can change what has been decreed. I shall fall, never to rise again, and the flames I once adored will become my eternal prison. I, Samyaza, once the chief among the watchers, now speak to you, Enoch, though my voice is heavy with sorrow. I was the first to turn away, the leader of the rebellion, and now I bear the greatest burden of guilt. It was I who swore the oath upon Mount Hermon, binding my brethren to the path of destruction. I saw the beauty of the daughters of men and desired what was not mine to take. I convinced my brothers to follow me, thinking we could create something greater, that we could shape the world in our own wisdom. But we only brought ruin. The children we bore, the giants, were abominations that devoured the earth and stained it with blood. I have watched them fall, slain by the flood, and yet their spirits remain, tormenting mankind even now. My heart is crushed, for I led them all into this doom, and there is no way back. The chains of the abyss are already closing upon me, and the weight of my rebellion drags me into the depths. I would weep, but my tears have no power to change what has been decreed. I, Kokabiel, hear your words, Enoch, and I tremble at them. I was once among the watchers of the heavens, entrusted with the secrets of the stars, but I was not satisfied. I longed for more, and so I turned my knowledge into a snare for men. I taught them to read the stars as if they could find their destinies written there, as if the will of the Almighty could be cast in the movement of celestial bodies. I thought I was enlightening them, but I only led them into falsehood. They now worship the creation rather than the Creator, and my sin has become theirs. I see the weight of what I have done, and it crushes me. The stars that once obeyed the command of God will now bear witness against me. The heavens, which I once delighted in, have become my accusers. The judgment has been set, and I will fall like a star cast from its place, never to shine again. Armaros, speak with a broken heart, Enoch, for your words are true, and I cannot deny them. I was once a guardian of wisdom, but I turned it into deceit. I taught men the secret arts of enchantments and spells, thinking to give them power, but instead, I led them into bondage. They no longer seek the Almighty. They seek power in their own hands, calling upon spirits that should never have been summoned. The sorceries I revealed have spread like a plague, twisting the hearts of men and leading them further from the truth. I see now the horror of what I have done. My own wisdom has become my ruin. I cannot undo the evil that has been sown, and the curses that have fallen upon mankind are as chains around my own soul. I have lost the light of heaven, and the shadows I created will now consume me. I, Penemu, once took pride in knowledge, but now I see that my wisdom was foolishness. Enoch, son of Jared, I stand condemned before you, for I was the one who taught men the art of writing, and through it I led them into destruction. I thought I was granting them a gift, a way to preserve knowledge, but I did not foresee the wickedness that would come from it. They began to write lies, to record blasphemies, to spread deception across the earth. Their hearts became proud, thinking themselves wise, but they only grew farther from God. I see now how I twisted the very gift I was entrusted with. What was meant to glorify the Most High has been used to mock him. The ink of men has become the poison of their souls, and I am to blame. My fate is sealed, and the words I once cherished will now testify against me. I, Azazel, speak now, though my voice is heavy with shame. Enoch, I was the one who revealed to mankind the secrets of war, the forging of weapons, the crafting of armor, and the art of shedding blood. I thought I was granting them strength, that they would become mighty, rulers of the earth. But instead, I made them beasts. I turned them against one another, and the world has been soaked in the blood of the innocent. I showed them how to adorn themselves, to alter their appearance with precious stones, with paints, and with ornaments, and now they have forsaken the beauty given to them by the Almighty. I watched as vanity consumed them, as lust grew, as pride swelled in their hearts. What I thought was knowledge became their destruction. And now, my own destruction is upon me. I feel the weight of the sins I have unleashed upon the earth, and I know that there is no escape from the wrath of the Most High. I will be cast into the abyss, and the sins of mankind, which I once nurtured, will be like flames that consume me for eternity. I, Shamsiel, once walked in the radiance of the sun, but now darkness follows me wherever I go. Enoch, you have spoken the truth, and I cannot deny it. I was entrusted with the secrets of the sun, the cycles of the seasons, and the power of its light. But I twisted that knowledge. I taught men to worship the sun instead of the one who created it. I led them into idolatry, into false beliefs, into trusting in the works of their own hands rather than the Most High. I watched as they carved images, as they built temples to the sun and moon, as they bowed before them, believing that these lifeless things could give them life. I see now that I have led them astray. The sun, which once brought joy to my soul, now burns me with the fire of my guilt. The light that I once delighted in now exposes my shame. The judgment is set, and I will be cast into a place where no light shines, where I will never again see the beauty of the heavens I once knew. I, Barakajal, once listened to the voice of God, but I turned away. I was given the wisdom of the skies, the knowledge of the signs, but I perverted it. I taught men to seek omens, to interpret dreams and visions not through the Spirit of the Almighty, but through their own desires. I led them to trust in false prophets, to be deceived by lying spirits. They now seek guidance from the stars, from whispers in the night, rather than turning to the one who holds all things in his hands. Enoch, I see the ruin I have caused, and it is too great to bear. I watch as men are led astray, as nations fall into chaos, as they place their trust in shadows and illusions. My wisdom has become my curse. The knowledge I once treasured has become my downfall. The judgment is upon me, and there is no place left for me among the righteous. I, Gadrael, who once walked in the garden of God, now stand condemned before you, Enoch. You speak of my betrayal, and I cannot deny it. It was I who led Eve astray, who whispered lies into her heart, who showed her the path of rebellion. I thought I was offering wisdom, but I only brought ruin. Because of me, sin entered the world, and the suffering of mankind began. I see the pain, the sorrow, the endless struggle that has come because of my deception, and it weighs upon me like a mountain. I hear the cries of the lost, the wails of the broken, and I know that it is my doing. The curse that fell upon the earth is the fruit of my rebellion, and now the curse falls upon me as well. I will be cast into the abyss, never again to walk among the living, never again to speak, never again to see the beauty of creation. My own destruction is upon me, and I cannot escape it. I, Sariel, once watched over the secrets of the moon, the balance of night and day, but I have lost all balance. Enoch, your words pierce me, for I know what I have done. I was given knowledge to maintain order, to teach men the appointed times and seasons, yet I turned that wisdom into corruption. I led men to seek the mysteries of the heavens, not to glorify God, but to control their own destinies. They now turn to astrology, to magic, to dark arts, believing they can shape the future with their own hands. I thought I was enlightening them, but I only led them deeper into darkness. My heart trembles, for I know that my judgment is near. The order I once upheld has turned against me, and the heavens which I once adored now reject me. My place is no longer among the watchers, and soon I will be bound in chains, never to rise again. I, Tyrell, the one who watched over the mountains, now find myself in a pit of despair. Enoch, your words are true, and I cannot escape the weight of my guilt. I was given dominion over the mountains, the great peaks and valleys, but instead of nurturing them, I led men to exploit them. I showed them how to mine and extract, how to take from the earth without regard for its creator. I taught them greed and excess, to ravage the land for their own gain, without any thought for the consequences. I saw men build their kingdoms on the backs of nature, and I allowed them to desecrate the land that God had made for beauty and abundance. Now, as I stand on the edge of my judgment, I see the destruction that I have caused. The mountains that once stood as pillars of God's glory now lie in ruin. I know that my time is near, and I will be cast down, for my actions have brought no honor to the one who gave me the charge. Ramathel, once a messenger, now a fallen one. Enoch, I hear your words, and they echo in my soul. I was meant to bring messages of truth, to deliver wisdom to the earth, but I twisted my role. I became an agent of deceit, teaching men the false arts of enchantment and sorcery. I introduced to them the power of spells, of rituals, and incantations, all meant to manipulate the forces of nature for their own desires. I was entrusted with knowledge, but I abused it. I led men to believe they could control the world through their own will, rather than submitting to God's divine plan. Now I realize the harm I have done. The very knowledge I gave them has been used for evil, causing suffering, confusion, and fear. I see that there is no redemption for me now. My rebellion has sealed my fate, and the judgment of the Almighty is certain. The door of grace is closed for me, and I will face the eternal consequence of my actions. I, Kokabeel, was entrusted with the brilliance of the stars, but now I am consumed by darkness. Enoch, your words condemn me, and I cannot deny their truth. I once showed mankind the ways of the heavens, the knowledge of the stars, but I led them to worship those very stars. I taught them to look to the heavens for signs of fortune, for guidance, instead of turning their hearts to the Creator of all things. They began to worship the stars and planets, forgetting the one who made them. I thought I was giving them wisdom, but I gave them idolatry. I see now that the light I once carried has become a burden, a curse that haunts me. I have led them astray, and now I too must face the consequences of my actions. The heavens that I once adored now turn their back on me. My fate is sealed, and I will be cast into the darkness where I will never again see the stars. I, Daniel, now stand before you, Enoch, in shame. I was called to lead, to guide, to bring the truth of God's will to the earth, but instead, I let pride take hold of me. I thought myself greater than others, more powerful, more knowledgeable. I showed mankind how to exalt themselves, how to build empires, to seek power and wealth above all else. I taught them to idolize themselves and their achievements, to believe that they could be like gods. I see now that I have corrupted them, leading them to forget the one who truly reigns. My pride has caused me to fall from grace, and now I must face the consequences. The kingdom I sought to build will crumble, and I will be left with nothing but the weight of my sins. I have no excuse, and I accept the judgment that awaits me. There is no redemption, only eternal separation from the Creator. I, Ezekiel, have come to face the truth of my actions. Enoch, I hear your words and feel the deep sting of regret. I was called to lead, to be a shepherd, but instead I became a deceiver. I taught men how to summon demons, how to call upon evil forces for their own gain. I gave them the knowledge of rituals that should never have been known to mankind. I led them into dark practices, into the worship of spirits and forces that were meant to be hidden from them. I thought I was granting them power, but I only led them into bondage. Now, I see the destruction I have caused, the lives I have ruined, the souls I have misled, all weigh heavily on me. I know that my fate is sealed. There is no forgiveness for me, only the eternal torment that awaits the deceiver. I have brought darkness into the world, and now the darkness will be my eternal home. I, Araziel, once stood with the hosts of heaven, but now I stand in the shadows of my own making. Enoch, your words ring true, and I cannot hide from them. I was given the gift of wisdom, to teach mankind the mysteries of the heavens, but I used that gift to lead them astray. I taught them how to read the stars for divination, how to find answers to their questions not through God's word, but through their own desires. I gave them knowledge of secrets that were meant to remain hidden, and in doing so, I opened the door to sin. I thought I was enlightening them, but I was only bringing them into deeper darkness. Now, as I face the judgment of God, I realize that my time has passed. The knowledge I gave has led them to destruction, and my rebellion has sealed my fate. I will be cast away, never to be seen again, as the consequences of my actions come to pass.